Uganda enacted the Access to Information Act in 2005, with Access to Information regulations following in 2011. However, enactment of the legislation has not translated into increased access to information. A section of members of the civil society report that this act has several loopholes that have made public access to information difficult.
We realized that there are usually unjustified denial of information requests by government ministries, departments and agencies, and this claim that the formats used to request for this information by the public are usually informal formats.
But now when you come to the Access to Information Act, the list of exemptions is wide, including contracts with third parties. That's why even contracts like the oil sharing contracts or the road construction contracts, they are not made available because there are lacunas within the law when it comes to the issue of exemptions. Yet, ideally, this information should be made public.
Among the queried sections is Section 10, which empowers head of the MDAs as information officers, which the civil society organizations say contravenes the government communication strategy of 2011 that empowers a communication officer or any designated person as a source of information for the districts and local councils.
And so we see a conflict here where one of the policies points to the communication officers as the key contact for any communication with government, but also we see the Access to Information Act, which says the permanent secretary will be the information officer for purposes of accessing information. And there is therefore need to harmonize.
And we know it quite well that the chief executives don't have time. So I've been having a situation where you're having the communications officer and the chief executives playing ping pong. You make a request to one who refers you to the other, and the other refers you to the other.
This is further complicated with the process that follows once one is denied information. The Act says that one may go to court if they refute grounds given by the information officer to deny them information. This, the civil society believes, is a tiresome process which continues to burden the judiciary already faced with a case backlog.
We know that the courts of law are usually clogged. They have a lot of backlog. But it is good practice also that we have, like a committee or a tribunal that an aggrieved party should seek redress before they go to court.
Subsequently, this is said to facilitate corruption, with the public unable to hold public officers accountable because they lack information or are unaware of the grounds to hold the leaders accountable.
Because so far, we haven't heard of any single successful attempt in terms of requesting for information of wealth declarations. Nobody has been able to access that information. And we're having over 300,000 public servants declaring their assets and liabilities. Follow-up, only around 70 to 100 are followed up from the 300,000. So we are having this system where people are declaring their wealth. Follow-up is quite limited, 300,000, only 100 probably will be followed up, and it has made the entire system ineffective. And yet, if citizens had a right, if this information was available, it would make it easier for citizens to do a follow-up and know whether what the leaders are declaring is the actual assets they have.
According to Ask Your Government website, as of July 1st, 2023, 12,606 requests were submitted to various MDAs seeking information. Only 818 were attended to successfully, 244 requests were unsuccessful, while 11,477 were unresolved.